on, Steve. Good morning. Thank you, Scott. I figured I want everybody to wake up, be laying in bed going, I'm going to check social media and say, oh, look, news working is on. All right? Something a little different. Who's all here? Send me a comment saying where you're watching from.
Joseph Street, Easton. Communications up 1946.
All the regulars at Steve.
We're just coming at 30th Street right now. What do we need?
Maybe everybody is sleeping in late on a Sunday. Yeah, that was a boring game, guys. I apologize. It was, like I said, the Giants should not have been in the playoffs. They're not that good. You know, people were hyping it up like they're the new Giants. It's not the old Giants from, you know, games ago. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But it is what it is. Yeah. I stayed awake. I had fun with it. But I said, you know, to the non-fans, if, you know, the people that were watching the game with me, some of them weren't fans of either team. I said, you know, it is boring for you guys.
27, 9, 49 hours, 50 a.m. 3.
I said, this is a very boring game. No matchup. That was a very, definitely not a good matchup.
Unable to emulate. Room 116, bed 62-year-old female. Lower back pain and a fever.
Good morning, Costanzo. What's happening? We're heading east. Oh, did it? Senator. That's pretty funny. The water stopped working at their hotel. Oh, man. Your alarm clock said, I love America. Good, good. Costanzo, I'm taking your advice. I want to see what the stuff it's working. We're just tap, 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 tap. Yeah, tap the screen. Oh no, I don't think you can tap the screen on YouTube. I don't think we can give hearts on YouTube. YouTube's kind of, their live streams are kind of boring. It doesn't tell you who's here. You can't tap, tap, tap the screen. I don't know. You gotta just deal with it.
10-4-8, all victims. At the Wind Creek, 77 Creek Boulevard, Bethlehem Steel Communications, they must dispatch task force.
Yeah, smash, smash, smash the like button and the subscribe button. I'm confused. You see, there's large passing lines, and then there's those real tiny ones. What is the middle lane? You see, there's like a middle lane on the highway. Welcome to America, people. I don't know what that means. This is new in America. Is that the bike lane, maybe? You see the two lanes? There's a real small dashes, like a real tiny passing line. Then you got the larger one to the right, and that seam going down the middle is tar. They put tar down the middle on the seam. But there's like, they added an extra lane in there. I don't know what that is. Can somebody explain that to me? I'm new in America. Yeah, it's too early. We only have 20 people in here. I could have went on Heckle and had like 25. I'm pretty disappointed in YouTube in the morning. It's for grinding, I'm not sure. Let's see, can I fit? Oh, now it went away, look at that. Now it's no more. I thought it was a bike lane. I don't know. I think I offended a lot of Americans by putting that "Welcome to America" in my title. We're losing viewership, Costanzo. I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to restart this and change the name. People like death and destruction. I might have to change the name. Or it's just taking YouTube a long time to get it out there this morning. Maybe they have a backlog. The best hot dog. I get the best hot dog. The best, the best. Tap, 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 tap. We love America. You definitely find them all there, Costanzo. $25 viewers now, yeah. Out of 85,000 subscribers. That's what I don't get. I have 85. I'm almost at 100,000 subscribers, and I get 24 people in a live stream. This is like completely wrong. So if I have 85,000, and let's say a guy like LLN Philly has 2,000 subscribers, I don't even think he has that. Let's say he has, but 2,000. If you figure out the percentages, he has like 3 real followers. If you base it off of my 85,000. Right? Think about it. If only a tenth of a percent comes into my live streams out of 85,000 people. When Jay goes live, that's why he has 1 or 2, because that's all the true followers he has. That's how the algorithm is working. No wonder he doesn't go live anymore. I wouldn't want to sit here and talk to one person or two people. I'd rather go home and talk to the wall. I mean, and as one person is Scotchman all the time. You know, Scotchman goes in there for moral support. All right, you know. Live from the bedroom last night. Welcome to America, where the garbage is littered on all the highways. We don't have landfills in America. Look at the garbage on the highways. That's all you need to know. Maybe I should have live streamed from somewhere a little nicer than the highway, where we have rusted out guardrails and crappy looking highways. Corned beef, hash brown, corned beef, I don't know, hashish, hash browns, I don't know what that is. I need egg and cheese wake up wrap from Dunkin'. Costanza, we're down to 18 viewers. This is not working out. I'm gonna stop this. I can't. I'm gonna have to go to Heckle. I bet you I get more. I gotta learn how to task, like what do you call it? Stream on multiple platforms. I probably have to get one of those video decks, one of those video apps that I can. Yeah, but then I can't do Heckle because Heckle's never included in video, so that doesn't work. Heckle doesn't run with the big boys. There's no way to add that to those streaming apps. Okay, we're going to start the show from Easton, Pennsylvania today, and then we're going to work our way west. So I'll give you a tour of Easton. This is right on the banks of the Delaware River, and if you go another, I don't know, 500 feet, 2 football field lengths, you'll be in New Jersey. Straight ahead is New Jersey. Over that bridge up there, that's the Delaware River. This is the home of Larry Holmes, the championship heavyweight boxer. Prism. Oh, why is it so loud? Hello, how's it going? Hello, Assad, where are you from? Let everybody know where you guys are from. There's 26 viewers sitting in here. It'd be nice to know where everybody is watching from. Welcome to downtown Easton. A little city of about 27,000 people, maybe. It's going through some type of transition. A lot of new apartment buildings are being built. Police station is to the right, new parking deck to the left. Behind that is a brand new apartment building. Florida. Thank you, Michael. Hotel Lafayette to my left, that's one of those shady type of hotels. I don't think you come here on vacation and stay at that hotel. It's not like that type of hotel. This is the downtown. A lot of restaurants. There's an African restaurant, nice clothing store, public market, fresh foods. The Crayola factory is to the right. Yes, they make crayons in eastern Pennsylvania. This is their little interactive children's type thing that you can take your kids to. This is the brand new circle, center square. People didn't know how to navigate the circle, so they redid it to make it easier. It's a shame. The old circle was quicker. Now we have to wait on turn on reds. Before you could just go around. It was everything flowed real nice. Now we gotta wait. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Oh, there we go. Green light. Here we go. Beautiful downtown Easton. There's no way quick to get around the circle. So beautiful, I tell you. Yeah, circle you should be able to go around, but nobody knew how to navigate the circle here, and it used to be 2 lanes, and it was real easy. Now they made it just a longer travel time to get around the circle. I don't know why they did that. It's not like there's a ton of pedestrians down here, and you had to slow the traffic down. I don't know why there's so many bumps on the road. I don't know why that's... Hi, it's me. News working. The big face behind the camera. I'll take you down along the riverfront and show you the Larry Holmes statue, and then we'll head west through the pathetic city they call Bethlehem, and then yeah. What do we have here? It's kind of shitty. This is a shit fest. I wish I could show you, but this is like I'm in the city of Bumsville right now. All right, guys. This is very dicey. It looks like I'm in a pigsty. All right, bums everywhere. This is very bad, very bad. If you come to Easton, please stay in Center Square and don't leave. It's very bad here. I gotta take a couple pictures, show some people something. Giants fucking jacket on. Why would you wear that today? Fucking look at this guy. You want to talk about bums, man? They're all over the place, and they're just staring at me. I wish I could show you this fucking place. I actually feel when I'm in Easton, I feel like I'm in zombie land. What a place, what a place. Welcome to America. All right, land of the homeless, land of the bums. Dirt everywhere, there's litter everywhere. It's like Easton doesn't have trash receptacles. What the hell's that noise now? Let's go down to the riverfront. Who knows what we'll see down there. Easton. Sorry, people. No matter what they do this to the city of Easton, it's still a dive. They have a prison here. Hence my point. The prison is just blocks behind me. That's probably one of the, you get let out of prison and then you just hang around here. This is the riverfront. All right. Larry Holmes owned all the buildings to the left. All right, the Larry Holmes buildings here. Up here we have a statue. Just give you a little insight. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm going to take you outside and give you a walk around here real quick. I have a gun on me, so I feel pretty safe. I should have brought my gimbal. I should have brought the gimbal. Wow, look at that freaking river. So this is the Lehigh River. And it's dumping into the Delaware River is over there. So this is the Lehigh River. And I can feel it's like it's raining. All the mist is blowing on me from the dam right there. Right, this is the riverfront. I guess they call this Scott Park. All right, Scott Park. Yeah, this is the river you cross into to go to America. Over there is New Jersey. On the other side over there where you see those buildings up on that's New Jersey, Phillipsburg. All right. Then we come over here. This is Larry Holmes, the boxer. Look at that. That's a great picture, guys. That's an awesome picture. I'm going to grab a picture like that. Look at that. That looks awesome with the sun behind it. I got to get a picture. Hold on. With my other phone. I got to put this phone down. Hold on. Because I'm touching shit on the screen. Hold on. I'll be right back. Here. There we go. Welcome to America. We are in Easton, Pennsylvania. This is the first city when you come across the state line from New Jersey. So there you have it. Let's go back to the car. It's like 30 some degrees out here. I need a gimbal. I should have brought my gimbal. I didn't know I was going to walk around, actually. Yeah, see, here, I'll take you for a walk. Hold on. I got this little observation deck right here. You can walk down here. Hopefully there's no bumps on my left. No, here we go. I want to grab another photo. Hold on. I got to put you guys down. I got to grab another photo. You have to pee because you're hearing water running, huh? That's a lot of water. What would they call it? The mouth of the Lehigh River? Dumping into the Delaware River. It'd be neat to have a gimbal. Should have brought that with me. All right. Waterfront in Easton, Pennsylvania. See that? I'll give you a nice tour of all three cities. It's considered the Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton area of Pennsylvania. It's three cities. Allentown being the largest, then Bethlehem, then Easton. It goes in that order. Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton. This is the smallest of the three cities. Oh, there's a brand new apartment building right there that just went up. That's actually really nice because you're right along the river. And this is the bridge to go into New Jersey. If I turn right there, I could go to New Jersey. But I can't because I have a gun on me. This is a brand new building. Apartments, retail on the first floor. Right at the riverfront. The river's right to my right. Oh, no left turn. I wonder why we can't make a left turn up. I was gonna go into town again, but you can't make the left. So we'll have to go straight. Welcome to Pennsylvania sign right there on the pole. Okay, guys. I don't know what that building is over there. What are they building here? Another big building. I see it's gonna be like, wow, that's gonna be another big apartment building going in right here. I had no idea. So the city of Easton's trying to turn around, but at the end of the day, it's still the city of Easton. So I don't know. I don't live here, so I can't tell you what it's like to live here. But I do come here often. It's just a shame that they, you know, certain sections just are really bad. This is the downtown, so it's a little more quaint right here. Very old, historical. Now, if you go, look at this guy went right through the red light. And they're from, they migrated over here from New Jersey. All right, in their subpar Mercedes-Benz. Let's see if he stops at this one. Yeah, so a few miles to the west is the city of Bethlehem. We should be there in about 15 minutes, depending on traffic. But right now you can see the traffic isn't too heavy. Jersey Devils. Not everybody from Jersey drives like that. That's a good one. I didn't see the comment. It disappeared too quick. I just scrolled up since I'm sitting at the red light. Grand opening sign will say, "Welcome to America." Exactly. Hello, Debbie. Is there a camera at that bridge? Nice tour of the Allentown, Bethlehem. I'd never call this the Lehigh Valley. That doesn't do justice for the area. Nobody knows what the Lehigh Valley is. To me, it's always the Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton area. Nobody knows from outside this area where the Lehigh Valley is anywhere, so you will never see me refer to it as the Lehigh Valley. Yeah, I call it ABE. City designators, city name designators are way better than using some type of geographical area, because nobody knows where Lehigh Valley is. If I would put that in my title right now, nobody in the whole world would know where that's at, including probably 3/4 of Pennsylvania. You never hear the Philadelphia area mentioned as Delaware Valley. It's the Philadelphia International Airport, not Delaware Valley. It's the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia Phillies. It's not the Delaware Valley soccer team, you know what I mean? So now we just left downtown Easton. We're going into the west side. I gotta watch out for those New Jersey drivers, because there's a lot of them around here. Because like I said, New Jersey's not even a mile behind me. And those drivers bring their bad habits over here, like, you know, the Jersey Devil guy said in here. Oh, we have Alaska. Look at the plate, Alaska. See, the last frontier. Welcome to America. George Sierra Kilo 644. Or it's really Golf Sierra Kilo 644. They came a far way from Alaska, people. Look at that. Wow. Another shooting in Allentown. Is that what it was? I think I got something from a stringer service. I want me to go take a video. Where was it, Jeffrey? Please enlighten me. I must have missed it because I was out till about 1 o'clock. Probably happened right after I turned the cameras off. Exactly. A shooting in Los Angeles, 10 dead. Was it like a one shooting, or was that like 10 separate shootings that killed 10 people? California's a mess. I don't pity anybody that lives out in Los Angeles, or California for that matter. I have not 1 ounce of anything in my body would ever tell me to go there, not even on vacation. California is actually ruining politics, and they're ruining America, I believe. Yeah, California is not my thing. But that's only my opinion, YouTube, so please don't demonetize me because I said I don't like California. But this is it. We are now in Wilson Borough. We're out of Easton, but this is considered Easton yet, but it's really the borough of Wilson, Pennsylvania. It's true. You gotta watch. YouTube is headquartered in California. I just don't like it because they push their agenda on, all over America. And that's not actually right. I don't believe their agenda is even remotely close to what we need here in America. It's not even 1% of what we need in America. So hence that's why I don't like them, and they should become their own country maybe. The East Coast is where it's at, people. This is where America was founded, and this is where everything happened. The signing of the Constitution, the Liberty Bell, the wars. All right? It all happened up and down the East Coast. This is where it started. This is what America is all about right here. In the city of Allentown, the Liberty Bell was hidden in a church on Hamilton Street. We pass it in every live stream I do. There's a replica of the Liberty Bell there, you know, and this area is rich in history of the beginnings of this country. So, oh, where am I going? Oh crap. Shit, I don't want to make a right turn. I think it's a Saturday night. I apologize, Bill. I don't want to make a right turn here. We'll go back on the highway. I want to hit Bethlehem, but I wanted to go a different way, but we'll take the highway. I want to show you all the litter here in America. All right. How piggish the Americans treat their own land. Just right here. Look at the garbage. Look at all the garbage on that street. Look at it. Look at the cups, soda bottle everywhere. It's dirty. You know, nobody takes pride here because they were born here, and now they take it for granted. You know, we need to clean up America. Anyway, when you're on the highways in America, don't look at the shoulders. Don't look at the street. Try to ignore all the litter, please. I got my great big cup of Mexican coffee. I don't know why that little car, what is that, a little Cooper, Mini Cooper, is doing like 100 miles an hour down the highway. I mean, that's a 4-cylinder at best. And the poor squirrels he's actually killing the motor going that fast. I don't know if you know that. That 4-cylinder little puddle jumper of a car, he's beating the piss out of it. Winter weather forecast for Sunday in the evening. That's not true. It's too warm to snow. I don't believe that sign. See, more litter. Look at all the garbage on the left side of the road. I'm embarrassed to tell you guys I'm even in America. It's embarrassing sometimes, but it is what it is. Beautiful morning here in Allentown, Pennsylvania, for all intents and purposes. It's 39 degrees under blue, sunny skies. We are touring the Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton area of Pennsylvania. If you're just waking up on the East Coast, it is 10:26 a.m. 9:26 Central Time. What would it be? 8:26 Mountain Time, and in California time, 7:26. So if you're just waking up, brew a cup of coffee, sit in bed, and watch the tour of Pennsylvania. Costanza? That's a good question. Can somebody answer that for him, please? Okay, thank you for that, Ben. Ben, I said, didn't I say? It's 4 cylinders at best. I didn't even think maybe there was, probably didn't even have 4 cylinders. Absolutely, I'm glad you clarified that for me. Thank you, Ben. Ben, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I love giving tour of America. I love giving tour. Please join. Hit, smash, tap that subscribe button, and give me a thumbs up on this video. I love give tour of America. I love. Please get coffee, relax, sit up in bed, watch the video, make breakfast, listen, watch. Lucky Dog, welcome to America. We are giving tour. We were just in Easton where Larry Holmes, the big heavyweight champion boxer, lives. I showed the statue, drove around Easton. Now we are entering the city of Bethlehem. There's one of the crappiest hospitals in the area, right there in front of you. That's their new campus. I would never go there. You guys can decide for yourself, but our first experience there was very traumatic, and they should have been sued. But that's here and there. And then they made hundreds of thousands of dollars in Medicare for doing absolutely nothing. They did zero. All they did was suck Medicare out of money so they could build more hospitals. Welcome to America, where greed gets in the way of everything. Smart car. Imagine Duff in a Mini Cooper. Cash App. Hit my Cash App. Please, this is not cheap to drive around in a truck and show you good tour of America. A smart car. You guys crack me up. Complete Dental. I wonder what they do in there. There's a dentist office in the shopping center. Why would you have a Complete Dental? Mod Pizza. That's a very nice complex in there. You got housing, you got the shopping centers, you got in Spirit Store, the Whiz Kid. I should stop there for a cheesesteak with egg, but they're not open. Go figure. I can't even get a breakfast cheesesteak. I might have gone in, if they were open, I might have gone in there and said, I'll take a cheesesteak with egg on it. But they're not open. They're lost. 10:30 on a Sunday morning. I think we're in Palmer Township maybe yet. Entering Bethlehem Township. I didn't see a sign, but these are subpar townships also. I mean, the whole area is just, it is what it is, people. You make the best of it if you're living here. It's not that bad. We have great weather here, so we can't complain about that. It's just everything I don't like. It's not my thing back here. I would never live in this township, ever. Look, we got farms. See, in between the two cities, we got farms. Because we're between we're between Easton and Bethlehem. If you want to watch me on Google Maps or Bing Maps or whatever you want to call them, MapQuest, I'm on Freemansburg Avenue, heading west into Bethlehem. Linden Lane. I just passed Linden Lane. If you guys want to follow me on Google Maps. More cheap construction apartment buildings over to my left. Another thing America needs to do is change their building code standards. Stop putting lots of people in apartment buildings that are living in tinder boxes. If you're going to build an apartment building, it should be all brick. Brick walls, brick exterior, and yeah, fire rated. Class A, all right. Not a bunch of 2x4 lumber and glued together joists. All right, back to the tour. Enough of building construction. They do everything cheap in America because greed got to the best of the housing industry. Contractors, they use cheap product and charge gold prices for their buildings. It's completely wrong to do, but that's greed. Come to America and you can charge whatever you want. Make lots of money. Land of the free, land of opportunity. All right. It might buffer down here because this is like, you can see what this place looks like. It's just, I apologize for the dirtiness, but this is what Bethlehem looks like. You'd think we were in the Pocono Mountains. Costanza, welcome to America. Child hunger can be hard to recognize. Yeah, no shit. I can recognize it a mile away. Just look at how skinny the kids are.
EMS phone is 30-53 Alpha Drive. Female just passed out. She's now conscious but lightheaded.
See, no sidewalks in America. The kids, the youth have to walk on one of the worst roadways. This roadway has so many bad accidents. And look there's no sidewalks. You put your youth in harm's way right there. I don't get it. I really don't get it. We are entering the city of Bethlehem right now. Projects are on the right side. To the left is Freemansburg Borough.
Confirming 2174.
Costanza, we love America. All right? We love America. Costanza is going to be my moderator for a little bit now as I drive. Look at the light turned green, right? 2 seconds. And I got somebody honking the horn. Now I'm going to drive real fucking slow. Right? Welcome to America, people. The light just turned green, like 2 seconds. I had to fucking step on the gas. And they're not even driving fast. Where are they in a hurry, people? They're not even behind me. I don't get the hurriness of Americans. Why are we always in a hurry? You know what I mean? They're not even in a hurry. They're not even driving fast behind me. But they had to honk the horn. They had to honk the horn. They're probably going over to the projects here to the right. Do you see my point? Look at the cars in front of me. Where am I going to go? If I speed up, I'm going to slow down anyway because there's cars right in front of me. You know, I'm just doing like the traffic speed. Why? Who's in a hurry here? It's Sunday morning. I'm out for a Sunday drive, right? I'm taking my time. I'm giving a tour. Do I have to put a sign on the back of my truck? Tour guide. You know what I mean? Tour guide. Where are we going? Where are we going? Holy shit, people. You don't let it bother you. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Good. Hopefully they get stopped to me right here at the red light. I hope they get stopped right here. I really do. We're not going to get the fucking thing. Go fuck yourself. All right? The horn blows. Does the driver? All right. We're in the city of Bethlehem. That was a beautiful dog. Did you see that dog? That was nice. It was a husky. Huskies are beautiful dogs. I'm going to take you to the south side. I don't even know what section I'm in right now. I'm just like in the crap section. Let's go to the south side, then you'll really see shit, but let's go travel over there. I bet you never had a tour guide like this before, right? I don't sugarcoat the area. I don't say this is the best area. I'm giving you facts, people. I only speak the truth. If you live here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't say I'm being negative and this and that. I'm not sugarcoating this area at all. I'm giving you straight, real facts, all right? The worst thing that ever happened in this area is that building right there, called the casino. Casinos did nothing for Atlantic City but drain Atlantic City of all its, whatever it was, it is no longer that since they put casinos in there. I think gambling is one of the worst vices you can have, people, because you never win. It's bad. It's the lottery tickets. They're just another tax on the poor people. Billions of dollars. You know, you all buy a ticket. You're gonna win 500 million. You're gonna win $1 billion. You know, and then the state gets 800 and some thousand or 800 and some $1 million from your winnings. That's another tax. But our taxes never go down. See, I hate to be negative, but I'm only speaking the truth. They just put a huge addition on this casino. Huge. They doubled it in size to the hotel. On your spending, on your hard-earned money, you come here and you waste. You waste. And don't tell me it's entertainment. Don't tell me it's entertainment. You're wasting your money. The state gets 50% of their take. All right, 50%. And then you complain for the price of eggs. You complain about the a 5-cent increase in a gallon of gasoline, but then you come here, and you'll stand in here and you'll try to win. This used to be Bethlehem Steel. It should still be Bethlehem Steel. They should still be producing steel here, not a casino, people. They should have put more people to work in Bethlehem Steel and screw that casino. That's just robbing people of their hard-earned money. You guys don't understand. This was all industrialized city back in the day. Beautiful. It was nice to come down here and see America at its finest. And now it's just a big rusted bucket of bolts. This is the south side of Bethlehem. It used to be great at one time when we had Bethlehem Steel here. Look at their world headquarters right here. You know, they built all the steel for all the bridges and the skyscrapers in New York City, Philadelphia, here. I mean, a lot of this area is rich in history. And now you place a casino here. The worst thing that this area ever did. Lehigh University is to our left. Supposedly it's a very good college. I guess for engineering also. If you want to become an engineer, come to Lehigh University. That's what I've been told. So there's something positive I said. Come to Bethlehem, go to Lehigh University. I'll take you through historic Bethlehem. Right up here, I'll take the bridge over, the police station, downtown, the Hotel Bethlehem, which is haunted. I'll show you that. It's kind of going through like a rebirth here on 3rd Street in South Bethlehem. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of new buildings, a lot of businesses going up here. You know, this is part of the college section of the city. So Bethlehem has 2 downtowns. The south side, this is one downtown, and then their first downtown, their main downtown, I will turn right up here and take you through. It's very small, but it's the only city out of the 3 that has 2 downtowns. And the Briggs Motel is up here on the left. If you guys follow Briggs Mud You Know on YouTube, he's a big YouTuber. Briggs You Know, or Mud You Know, his name is Briggs. He stayed at the hotel right here to the left. Medic 1083. Oh yeah, I missed it. I'm glad you see it. I did see a medic unit, but I didn't pay attention. Thank you, John, for pointing that out. They kill the jobs and then they ask why there's so many poor. Jersey, yes, that is true. And again, there's no reason why Bethlehem Steel is still not here producing steel. Corporate greed got in the way. Again, it's all in the name of greed. The upper executives of the company stole all the money and killed the company for greed, mind you. And that's what happened with Bethlehem Steel. And they never reinvested in the manufacturing, their machinery. And then they blamed they couldn't compete with China. Bullshit. Everybody knows the executive branch of Bethlehem Steel stole and completely destroyed this company. They didn't care about the workers. They never associated with the workers. I had a tour of Martin Towers, which was their world headquarters when they moved it up here in the up this way, where we're going. They've already polished a 24-story building. They imploded it years ago. The upper floors of Martin Towers, which that's what it was called, where all the executives, they had their own cafeteria, they had everything up top, and no employee below there could ever come in there. They isolated themselves from the common worker that made them all the money. And then they stole it out of greed and piecemealed the company away, and that's what happened. Corporate greed in America. That is the truth, people. I'm not lying about that. And I think they will all burn in hell, or karma will get those guys. I'm not even sure if there's any left. They'll all get some type of disease and illness, and they're gonna die a slow death. They robbed the hard-working man and completely destroyed a company that was part of the history of of America here. So they will get what's coming to them. I firmly believe in karma. When a company gets to that point, if you're a working man and you work in a company, you're a white-collar worker, and you cannot associate with the executives of your business that you work for, and they're too uppity to come down to your level, find a new job, people. Find a new job. Find a new job. Yes, Debbie. Yeah, you're right. Bethlehem Steel had a far reach. I think they were as far as Maryland. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, Deb. This is exactly what happened. And their world headquarters is here, right in this city. Tell me they couldn't modernize their plants and compete with China. When China makes steel, they got to transport it over here. You mean it is still cheaper to buy it over there and transport it over here? I don't understand that. I can't. I don't care. Those people should have been smarter and figured it out. All right. This is Bethlehem, Hotel Bethlehem. It is haunted. It's on the list. Every spring they have a weekend here, a paranormal weekend where you can stay on the floor that's haunted. A little girl died in a fire in the 1800s, I think, in this hotel, and she's still here on the floor that she died in. I believe that's how it goes, but it is definitely a haunted. It's nationally recognized, but they do have a paranormal weekend here, and you can stay here, and they go over everything, and you can stay on the floor that she's actually on. interesting fact. This is downtown Bethlehem. This is very quaint, very, very uppity. You know, this is different shopping here. Walking around. There's people from New Jersey coming to visit. I'll go around the block one more time. There's more to this downtown than here. This is Main Street. This is Main and Broad Street. We're going to turn right here and go up Broad Street. That is truth, Costanza. That's the truth. They hate fire pits here. If you get caught burning a fire pit in Bethlehem, in your yard, you will almost do jail time. They are very, very strict. And everybody calls the cops. Here used to be the Board Theater. They ripped it down. They're going to build a 5-story apartment building with retail on the first floor, I guess. That's going right there. Scotchman, I didn't know you grew up in. I think you told me that already. Am I doing okay? I mean, are my facts what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm saying anything wrong, please correct me. All right, but I think I know I think I know the history of all these cities pretty well. So we're gonna head towards the west and go into Allentown. Moravian College is straight ahead. There's always a lot of ambulance calls on a Sunday morning. I don't know why, but mornings always have the highest rate of ambulance calls.
Go 9. You just let know whoever's coming to that crash over here, 2 vehicles, 2 black SUVs, they moved to the Exxon lot. 10-4 is 314, you receive that direct?
Costanza. Who doesn't like a summer? The people that live here despise it. Actually, you know, it's not that it's you know, in urban areas like this, it is illegal to burn in you know, close proximity to buildings. But in the city of Bethlehem, this is fact. The people are very, very nosy. They don't mind their own business. They're in everybody's business here. I would never live here. Because everybody, they call the cops constantly on everything. And it's also a very highly intoxicated city. We can't listen to police calls anymore because they've hidden those channels on us. But it's constant, nonstop, intoxicated people. Drunk fights. A lot of it has to do with the colleges, but there's a lot of drunkenness public drunkenness in this city. And also, the people are really nosy rosies. I mean, if you fart too loud, you'll probably get the cops called on you. The people here are very, very, I don't know what you call them, but I can't live with nosy neighbors like that. You know, and again, we all like a fire pit. As long as it's you know, adult monitored, there's no reason why you can't have a nice little fire pit in your backyard, but you know, and it's not that everybody's doing it, and it's not going to burn the city down, but it's very, you know, kind of weird, the people here. I don't know why everybody's so nosy. And the people that follow me know I hate nosy people. I hate it. The ones that can't mind their own business. And we're in that city. This is the city. I'm getting a portable fire pit, yeah. Yeah, they'll call that portable fire pit that you showed me, they will call the cops and the fire department. If you sit outside with that, you are bound to have the fire department. come to your, imagine rolling in with a big, you know, $450,000, $500,000 fire truck, and you have that little tiny thing burning. This is my fire pit. Put that out. You're going to go to jail. It's 30 days in jail. Put that out. Oh, man. You pick it up and throw it at him. We got an open mic.
Fire 1550, 11, 1521 for a fire alarm. 4727 Jeanette Lane.
Jeanette Lane.
Hanover Communications Tag 1.
We are in West Bethlehem right now. This is the west side. And I will admit this west side is much nicer than the west end, Easton's west end, all right? That's called West End. This is the west side. The Bethlehem's west side is much nicer than Easton's west side. Allentown's west end is much nicer also than Easton's. Easton's west side is very, very bad. A lot of shootings in the west side. Have you noticed all the churches in Bethlehem too? Very, very religious city. Scotchman, I'm leaving the city of Bethlehem. Would you like to add anything? Would you like to say anything about Bethlehem? I was. John, my video has almost 50,000 views and 1,000 likes and hundreds of comments. It's on YouTube. It's my last video upload. I was there, and it's doing very, very well for me. That video is getting a lot of attention. Yes, yes. If I pull up my other phone, I could tell you the stats on it, the analytics, and made me a lot of money also. More money than selling it to the news channel. Way more money, way more money. So, you know, let the kids keep running around selling to subpar news stations that make you no money and think you're a big shot. All right. It was fun in the beginning, but, you know, it gets old real quick. Rushing around for a company that's going to make all the money off you and give you a couple dollars. You know what I mean? As a news stringer, we have one TV station in this whole area. And they don't pay, I mean, they don't pay a livable wage for your video. You can't make any money. Fortunately for me, I make more money on YouTube than any of those news stringers do selling to the news. But it got old real quick, and I stopped. I can't be bothered with them. And certainly Lehigh Valley Live or the Morning Call, I would never sell to. That Morning Call, they could go pound sand. I wouldn't even waste I wouldn't waste an ounce of fuel to give them any good stuff. The Morning Call does not deserve it. But you know, the news stringers here, yeah, I know most of them are getting sick and tired of dealing with the news agencies around here, the news media. It's just a bunch of BS, and I don't blame them. You know, I'm with them. I stopped a long time ago, but I don't need their money. But if the news stringer knew what I made on that Hanover Township fire, within 5 days, they would cry. Because I know they didn't make shit selling it to the news media. And they wasted a lot of gas. You know, if Channel 69 News would pay $200 a clip, I would probably be kicking everybody's ass. I would be out there. $200 for 2 minutes worth of video is worth it to me, but not for what they're paying. I wouldn't do anything for for less than 200. And if all the news stringers stuck together here instead of being backstabbers, and they all went to the news media and said, "Hey, we want $200, or we're not selling to you," they would fork up $200. Do you understand? If you get good quality content and they say, hey, I'll give you $40, $50, $75 for your content. And everybody said no. Well, what do you want? $200. Well, I'm going to go to the next guy. And they say to the next guy, hey, we'll give you $50 for your stuff. And you said no, $200. They're going to pay $200. All right. But they don't know business like I know business, so they make peanuts selling their good quality content to them. A little lesson in news streaming. I might not know everything about that industry, but I know how to make money. And the news stringers, they, and I have nothing against them, but they're undervaluing their quality product by not charging enough, and that's on them. If you think you're worth $150, I think my product is worth $200. Honest to God, the content that I could create for Channel 69 and what their shit would look like on a daily basis on the news and on their website, I think I'm worth $200. Hence why I don't sell to them. Why should I lower myself and cheapen my product and make that much? It's worth much more money than that. But the news stringers don't understand that. And if they would all up their price, look at the price of gas right now. To run all over 3-county, 4-county area, getting media for them, they're the ones making all the money on their advertising. And they're giving you crumbs. And you're making them look good with the quality content that you give them. You're hurting yourselves. You're hurting your own name by doing that. But I try to tell them that, but they don't listen. So that's a piece of good business advice right there, people. And if they don't want to pay, go somewhere else. Make a different kind of video. Do something else where you're going to make more money. I don't know. Don't lower yourselves to that point, because then you cheapen yourself. I don't know. My name is worth more money than that. I won't do it for under $200. Matter of fact, if I was in Los Angeles or anything, I would be charging $350 a story. Bigger geographical area you have to cover. More gas. More headaches. Insurance. I could get in a car crash. Ruin my cars for this shit. Nah, it costs money. I need medical insurance. Add that to it. I need liability insurance. Add that to it. I got to pay taxes on this money. At the end of the day, you figure out the money you're making around here, you're in the hole. That's crazy. I'm not doing that. So Channel 69, if you're listening to me, you're robbing the hard working news stringer. You're hurting them. They need medical benefits. They need food. They need a roof over their head. They need tires, oil changes, wear and tear on their cars, and you're giving them nothing for their videos. You should be ashamed of yourself, Channel 69. I hope you're watching. Okay, we're in the city of Allentown. Below me in this bridge, below me was Lehigh Structural Steel. Was another steel producing company. Below me, it's now a brown field. And it's going to be, in years to come, it's going to be the new riverfront in Allentown. This is the 1st and 6th Ward. I think this is the 1st and 6th Ward is here. The 2nd and 4th Ward's ahead of me, but we just drove through the east side as I was talking about news stringing. Engine 6, ladder 2 is to my left. Firehouse. And this community right here between the Lehigh River and the Jordan Creek, which is this bridge, this little community right here is now split. It's Spanish and Arabic, a lot of Syrian and Lebanese. And then the other half is Spanish. Up here was the Italian section of Allentown. It's now all Spanish. Thank you, John. That's what it was. They need $700 truck payments. Exactly. Exactly. I wasn't reading any of the comments, but that one made me chuckle. Say, I look at them when I stop the car, people. It's much safer. Yeah, John. Who was all at that fire? Caddy, Hanover 33, Hanover 15, 46 maybe, 45. I think it went to a second alarm. There was a lot of companies there. Catasauqua arrived and kicked ass. That's all I can say. People are very critical in the comments. There goes a motorcycle, guys. Awesome. The comments are very critical of what went down at that fire. As an observer, I didn't see too much gone wrong. I don't know. I'm not that critical. You know, the guy, didn't have an air pack on. He wasn't a member of any fire department there. He had a white helmet. He was actually a truck mechanic for the fire department. And he was servicing a fire truck at Catasauqua. He went there and he grabbed an 1 3/4 and, kind of pissed out of it. They didn't pressurize it enough. I should have went down this road to show you the gateway of Allentown, which I will. I'll go around the block. And then I'll show you the history, the rich history of Allentown, where, what was the huge manufacturing here. All these cities had their, this is a very industrialized area, or it was. It's not anymore. But I'll give you some history here in a moment. But, when you're fighting a fire from the outside, you conserve air and you don't wear an air bottle. I don't know. I firmly believe that. Some people are like, oh, a little bit of smoke blew over his head. Okay. Well, I hope he knows how to breathe in it. Okay. It's not. Is it really good for you? No. But then again, it's firefighting. It is dangerous. If you think, you're wearing your air pack all the time and you're getting no carcinogens, if you think it's that safe, please leave the fire service. There's no room for your simple thinking, actually, because your gear is loaded with smoke. It has carcinogens all over it. You touch it, your hands are black. You go back, you clean up. You're exposed to more carcinogens that way than that little bit of smoke blown over your face, that you can hold your breath and not inhale any of it. Okay. There's a right way to breathe in that smoke and there's a wrong way. If you think you are not going to get cancer because you're wearing your air pack from the inside the fire truck to inside the building and back out, you're under false pretenses, and you're just leave the fire service. There's no room for you people like that. All right. It's one of the most dangerous jobs in America. And if you think wearing your air pack where that guy was standing at the garage, it should have been done, then I don't know how you think, but that's me. And don't say, oh, you're just a cameraman. You can call me that, but I know a little bit more than that. All right, so the critical comments in that post, I chuckle at most of them. At the end of the day, they saved the building. I mean, there was a heavy fire load in the garage. There was a lot of flammable material in there. A lot of flammable. It made high heat. A lot of flames. They're lucky that the building's still standing, actually. But I think the fire departments, being volunteer, did one hell of a job at that fire for what they had. Okay? And what they have to work with. So, y'all can come in here to Pennsylvania and say, how bad that was. But clearly it wasn't as bad as you people think it was. All right? The negative commenters in that post. So, if any firemen that are there that are watching me right now, guys, you did a hell of a job, and don't let the comments affect you. All right. I don't think any outside fire needs an air pack. If you actually know and you stay, upwind, all right, from the smoke, not downwind, and you're trained on how to do this. Even car fires, dumpster fire, you don't need air packs. You don't need to get that close to a car burning, people. You don't need an air pack. Save it for a house fire, all right? Because if you use it on a car fire, you use it on a dumpster fire, and you're returning back to quarters, and your air tank get a working house fire with entrapment, you're kind of fucked. You're kind of fucked. Air is precious. Save it for when you really need it. I don't know what they're not teaching. So please, you don't need to wear an air pack on an outside, or if you're outside fighting the fire. Learn how to learn how to read smoke and everything else, please, and stay safe. There's a lot worse dangers on a fire scene than worrying about the guy at the garage with a hose line on the outside of it, no less. Just my 2 cents. I hope you agree with me. Steve, the thing, you know, okay, I get the dangers. All right. I don't know why the firefighter didn't have his strap buckled, but at the end of the day, you know, I watched many Philadelphia, many New York fires where the belts are dangling, the straps are dangling, and nobody even comments about it. But soon as the volley leaves it hang there, sure, if you're crawling through a house, you know, you could get caught on something. I do agree, but it's here or there. I don't know what the holdup is here. This is the gateway to the city of Allentown. We're on 7th Street heading south. You can see the monument in the middle. Allentown is right now the fastest growing city in Pennsylvania. It's the 3rd largest city. All right. And it's growing very fast. There's a ton of building going on here. It's like going through another rebirth. If you're from Allentown, if you've not been here in 10 years, you moved out in the 80s, 90s, or 2000s, you will not recognize downtown Allentown. All right. You will not recognize this city. There must be something going on at the PPL Arena. I have to imagine there's something going on. There's an arena to the right here in the corner. You see the parking deck. There's a hockey arena right there. So they're all going into the parking deck. So the PPL Center has something going on. So we'll go through downtown Allentown here in a moment. I'm going to take you over to show you this. Mack Trucks World Headquarters was here and moved here in the early 1900s, I guess, from Brooklyn. And the Mack brothers moved from Brooklyn, New York to Allentown and manufactured every aspect of a Mack truck. You know, from every part in there was manufactured here. The motor, the transmission, alternators, starters, the whole truck was built and assembled here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Was the largest employer at one point. Now for a fun fact, healthcare is the largest employer, and that should be troublesome for you people, because it shows you that you know, they want us sick and unhealthy. Hello. I'm in Allentown. Why? Okay, yeah, it shouldn't be too long. Okay, you're gonna be home for 5 for dinner. Spaghetti and meatballs, all right? Okay, I'll see you then. Have fun. Love you, bye. Tours working, exactly. Oh, Disney on Ice is at the arena? Okay, there you go. Thank you for that information. So we'll drive by there on the way back. I'm going to take you down to all the old factories where the Mack trucks were built. It's very expansive. It takes a lot of land. And you know, in one city we built the steel, and then in another city we built all the trucks that built America. Bethlehem Steel built America, building wise, and think this will take me down where I want to go. And Allentown Mack trucks, you know, dump trucks, cement mixers, tractor trailers, you know. So yes, this area is very rich in history. It helped start America. This whole area, the workers helped build America. So it's pretty cool. I wish it was all still here. Actually, I wish Mack Trucks was building in these factories. I'm going to show you the factories right here. Right here. Let me stop the car here a minute and put my four-ways on. All of this. All factories. All factories. All the way down to the bridge. And then there's some tall buildings at the bridge. They're now apartment buildings. They used to be like the offices and stuff. Let me go. There's a car coming up here. I'll kind of show you what's going on here. You know, all the Mack fire trucks were built here. Oh, I can't go there. Where's 10? Oh, I got to turn around. Shit. It's back that way. I wanted to make I wanted to go back the other way. So we'll turn around up here. Also, the tall building right there, you can see that. That is the world headquarters for Pennsylvania Power and Light, aka PP&L. They make electric for the whole area and beyond. Exactly, Costanza. Now, Mack Trucks is still made here in the area, but in Macungie, which is in the more south western part of Lehigh County. They moved out of here decades ago and went south, and then they moved back. And C5 plant is on the south side of Allentown. That's where they last made Mack Trucks before they moved. So over here, there's factories that were converted into some other type of businesses. I'm not sure if all this was Mack Trucks back in the day, but most of it was Mack Trucks. This is all factories along here. But I'm pretty sure all the factories to my left were Mack Trucks. And again, they made all their parts here. You know, nothing was imported from Mexico or anything. So my father worked here. He worked in 2 buildings. He worked at the new modern world headquarters at one point. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta pull over. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they're on the front seat. They're there. I got them. Okay, bye. So yeah. Bridge. It's called Bridgeworks now. My father worked in this building, I believe, right there at one point, or the building over here. These were all Mack Trucks under the bridge, over past the bridge here. He was a designer. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Not soon, so just go. Okay, bye. Yeah, he worked in the offices here. There was no air conditioning. They used to sweat. sec. There's cars flying around like they're on a goddamn raceway. But they converted this one into apartments to my left. There was just a shooting here the other week. There was a shooting. But this is all Mack Trucks land right here. This is where it started, guys. Like I said, the Mack brothers, they moved from Brooklyn to here. I don't know the exact year. But it was nice of them to move to Allentown, right?
Apartment 452, property of Bluebird Lane, Whitehall Drive, Galen Circle, victim. Station 62, South Whitehall Township, Loser Crest, Deerfield Building, 800 Housing Road, apartment 452, property of Bluebird Lane and Loser Crest Drive, Galen Circle, victim.
So there you have the industrialized cities of Bethlehem. That was Bethlehem Steel. Allentown was known for Mack Trucks and steel. They had Lehigh Structural Steel here also. They kind of were a smaller steel company, made smaller steel beams and stuff and different types of things. But if I make a left here, that would take me to the old world headquarters for Mack Trucks, which is now Lehigh Valley Hospital Center's administrative offices. And the C5 plant is right next door. They called it the C5 plant. That was their new modern plant. But then they moved south. When they came back, they never moved back into it. They built a new plant in Macungie. Like I said, right now I think the healthcare industry in this area is the largest employer. And that's not a good sign, because that means that, you know, the human race is very sick, and they're making a lot of money on unhealthy people in America. That's not something to be proud about. So this is the 8th Street Bridge, very old. It's a very, from underneath, it's a very nice structure. And they built it to connect the city of Allentown here with the south side, which was a lot of townships at one time, and then that was all combined to make Allentown City. So now we're in Center City, which will be heavy, and it's going to be a lot of traffic here because there's a Disney on Ice event at the arena here. Which I don't even know if we're going to make it into the city. Actually, there's a lot of traffic. I gotta see what's going on up here so I can navigate around what's going on. Okay, yeah, everybody's going into the parking decks, so we'll be able to get up to the main business district, which would be Hamilton Street. Sally on Ice, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Bobby. There's a lot of big buildings, a lot of factories still left here. Darktown, no. Darktown is an actual village in Whitehall. It was the last remaining village in Whitehall that got electric. So while the rest of the township had electric, this little part of village, which is right along the Lehigh River, they were the last to get electric. So they were always left in the dark. Hence where they got their name, Darktown. Well, let me start from the tip of the downtown. I'll go up to like 11th or 12th Street. I don't know. There was a guy flying around a pickup truck behind me. He was in a big hurry. And it's not good because he has a Union fire plate on his truck. And if you're going to represent the firefighters union, I think you should drive a little bit more respectfully. I don't know. But here, I don't know what his rush was. This is a quiet town. Bobby, I'm sorry. What do you want to see? Can we see that also? Oh, did you want to see the old Mack? I could go down there, I guess. Did you want to see the Mack truck headquarters building? My father worked in that one too. They used to have a real big bulldog on the side of the building, on the front of the building. It was really cool. They had a huge bulldog. And it's a shame they moved out. They should have just remained here and kept their, you know, they disrupted this because they wanted to break the union. That was the thoughts behind them moving to South Carolina. But they realized real quick that South Carolina wasn't producing what they wanted, so they moved back here to where there was good work ethic.
1122.
Checking outside of Jared Hospital, timer has an 8.
Show Bill 1 radio.
4.
Bobby, just for you, I will do that, and then I'm gonna hit the road. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in the left lane here, but there's another parking garage right here. Yeah, I think he was the president of the fire union in Allentown, actually. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the union president. 11th and Chew. Okay, that's up here to the right. Yes, my parents lived at 10th and Allen Streets back in the 60s. And, you know, the 60s, 70s, the 50s, you know, all the way up up until the end of the 80s, Allentown was a great place. It's still, you know, I was born here, so I still think it's a great place, but it was really, you know, alive, the downtown. That was the shopping mecca of the area, the heartbeat of the county. A lot of department stores, you know, 3 department stores downtown, Sears on 7th Street. Yeah, 11th, this is 11th Street, so he lived to the right of me a couple blocks up. A structure fire in the southern part of Lehigh County just came in. I didn't catch the address. Probably a barn. There's the apartment building going up to my right. They have the big crane up. This is going to be a beautiful building when it's done. Why it's not Class A material is beyond me. Why it's in the middle of a congested downtown and they're building them out of fucking wood is beyond me. Beyond me. That's the F words do fly once in a while, so I won't apologize for that.
ALS unconscious version.
All new buildings to my right here. A new building going to the left and an office building. ADP payroll company is in that glass building up here and to the right. You can see their initials are on the top of the building. The PPL tower was to my left. I just passed it. You know, it's kind of a shame that there's an event going on at the arena and there's nobody walking the downtown. You know, and that's a shame because, you know, oh, we're going to build the arena here. It's going to bring people downtown and downtown's going to thrive. It's, people park, they walk real fast to the arena. They come out of the arena and walk real fast back to their parking and get in their cars and ditch out of here. You know, and it doesn't help that no businesses are open on a Sunday here, especially during an event, and try to get some of that business, but I'd be surprised the coffee shop's open in the area.
1301 responding to Montgomery County.
Oh, it's actually Montgomery County. The structure fire, it's not in Lehigh County, it's Montgomery County. Let's see if Tim Hortons, this place is never open. It's never open. And they're, guys, it's closed. The open sign's not on. And there's an event going on in there and it's closed on a Sunday morning at 11:30. I don't get this. I don't get who owns that Tim Hortons is miserably failing at business. What's on the left side? That's the Lehigh Valley Hospital Center. There's an office building there and the arena where we have a minor league hockey team called the Allentown, what are they, Phantoms? The Allentown Phantoms. And then we have a minor league baseball team, which is on the east side, the stadium, and that's the Allentown Iron Pigs. So I'm going to take you to the, a few decades ago. This is where Mack trucks relocated to from all the old factories. They built the C5 plant, and they built a beautiful office building, which I don't know why they allowed it on the south side in like a residential district. It would have been nice if they would have required Mack trucks to build, a 15-story office building in downtown Allentown where it should be. But this area's planning commissions, I really blame them for the lack of development in all the downtowns here, because they left these companies build, like Air Products is world headquartered here in Allentown, but it's out in farmlands way west of Allentown. And if they would have built a nice tower in Allentown in the downtown, it probably would have been a 30-story skyscraper for all the land they took up in the farmlands in Trexlertown. And they left them build it out there in green space, which was wrong. Mack trucks would have been headquartered. There would have been, that would have been probably a good 15 to 20-story office building, along with PPL's 23-story office building. And Allentown today would have a beautiful skyline, but they left all these tall buildings and shit that go out into the green space. And I blame the planning commission, the lack of experience there. This whole area is built backwards. You go anywhere else in America and all the cities have their the city is the heartbeat of the whole area. It's the county seats. And this planning commission did completely the opposite of what every other city in America did.
Montgomery County, and Plumber Chocolate, 101 Plumber.
The chocolate factory is on fire in Montgomery County. The chocolate factory. Oh, Christ. Are you kidding me? Here's the bus stop to my right. No parking for the bus stop. And he didn't pull over there to leave her out at the curb? I don't understand this. I can never understand transit bus drivers. They're not the brightest people on the earth, but all right. Whatever. If you're not going to use it to pull your bus over and use the curb line, why not give the people the parking back? Maybe I think wrong. I don't know. Again, here we go. Again. We're getting there. They're right down the street here. I'm going there, Bobby. We're getting there. We're just behind the transit bus now. That's screwing things all up. They think they're the king of the roads around here. All right. Costanza, you're something else. So right beyond the overpass here, to the right, it's a lot of trees now, and you're not going to be able to see it. It used to be a big blue building, I think. That's the Mack C5 plant. It's no longer part of Mack Trucks. I don't know why they never widened this bridge here, because you know, you got a 4-lane road here, and it ends right there. But right over to my right here is Mack Trucks.
EMS 625 Cedar Street, crossing North Morris Street, North Emory Street, BLS person.
Okay, it's kind of blue. It's right here. All in there is the big C5 plant right here.
Tesla Medic 1.
And then I'll pull into the parking lot of the world headquarters, which is now the Lehigh Valley Hospital Center world headquarters. You can see how the area is going. You know, it's more healthcare than anything, and I'm not proud to even say it. I think it's you know, they want sick people. You know, it's pretty bad when the administrative offices of the hospital is in a building as big as a hospital, right? This is what I'm about to show you is not a hospital. It's the office workers for the hospital. You guys should be concerned, all right? It's right here. This used to be Mack Trucks World Headquarters, and in the front there used to be a big bulldog, all right? And they used to put out in the front here, it's over here, but it's no longer there. They used to put a big brand new Mack truck and showcase it all the time. It was right here, but no longer. But we'll go in here. It's probably private property. They used to put a Mack truck out here, and it was beautiful. That's the world headquarters of the old Mack Trucks. So it's like a 6-story building. If you split it in half and put it on land in downtown Allentown, essentially it would have been about a 13-story building. And the planning commission should have said, no, you can't put it down here, and this is all residential. Put it up there where, you know, world headquarters belong in downtowns. Allentown would have been a beautiful downtown with all kind of nice tall buildings, but they opted to put them out here. And same goes for Bethlehem Steel. They put their world headquarters in a 24-story building in the middle of a residential zone instead of downtown Bethlehem. But my father used to work there on the left side of the building behind the Bulldogs, but Mack Trucks credit union was right there. That's the credit union. I don't think it's the credit union anymore. It's the USDA Service Center, United States Department of Agriculture's office building now. There you go, Bobby. I hope you enjoyed that. I did it just for you. So, you know, Mack Trucks basically owned the south side of Allentown at one point.
Available.
And a lot of this housing went up over here. A lot of townhouses were built for the workers of Mack Trucks. There's the building to my left. That's a very large building. Yeah, they love America's tour. This is where America started, people. Bethlehem Steel, Mack Trucks. They built the trucks that built America. Bethlehem Steel built the steel that built New York City. All your bridges, all your buildings. They supplied steel for probably the automobile industry, no less. Cash App. Tap that Cash App. All right. Oh, I forgot to show you. We got to go down all the way downtown. We got to show you where the Liberty Bell was stored. They brought it. There's a big crack. They hid it in the church over here in Allentown, and then they moved it to Philadelphia. And the Liberty Bell, they made a replica of it and put it here in Allentown. It's still here. And you know, at Philadelphia, I still firmly believe should be the capital of the United States, because it was the capital of the United States at one point. This is where it all started, in Philadelphia, and it should have remained in Philadelphia, but they moved it to DC. So Philadelphia should be the capital of the United States. So regardless, you know, that's why I said I love the Eastern United States. It's very rich in history. California has nothing the East Coast has. California, I don't mean to offend anybody here, but you people out there in California don't know. I mean, the East Coast is where America started. All right. And for that, I'll always love the East Coast. I would never want to live out west. Has a bigger crack than Duffy. Yeah, Pat, Mack Trucks is now, all their trucks are built in Macungie. They built the plant there when they moved out of South Carolina and came up. The South Carolina, you know, as much as I love the people down there, they're just they have one pace and they're laid back, and they weren't productive enough for Mack Trucks. They broke the union, moved down there, and eventually moved back here because we had a better workforce. That's the truth. Believe what you want to believe, but that's the truth right there. All right. They should have never left Allentown, but they did it to break the union. And now they're unionized again. So they really messed up when they moved south. They don't have no big office building here because I think Volvo owns Mack Trucks, and they run everything out of that world headquarters for Volvo. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the company that owns Mack Trucks. Yeah, mass amounts of people leaving California. Their policies are completely wrong. Their policies are bad for America, you know, and that's just how it is. I apologize, you know, I don't mean to offend people, but you know, the policies of the government, the politics out there is not good for America. It's not what we stand for. All right. This is what we stand for. Hard-working Americans. All right. The 13 original colonies of the United States started here. The independence, the Declaration of Independence was signed on the East Coast. Do you understand? Philadelphia, very rich in history. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Thank you, Ben, for clarifying that for me. Again, we have Ben is the fact checker. All right, and pretty much everything I'm saying is fact. You know, this is the history. I know this very well. So, and if I get anything wrong, please correct me. Yeah, the U.S. Constitution. Yeah, that's all part of it. I just didn't get to that. But thank you, Bobby. Yeah, it is. Everything was done here in the East Coast. This is where America started, and this is where America is going to end. All right? We had our wars here. We fought the South, you know, the Yankees and the... yeah, there's still a line. You know, Gettysburg is in Pennsylvania. That's rich in history also. That's where the war ended. The Civil War. I was out in Gettysburg. I was bored out of my mind because I was younger, you know, and it didn't do anything for me. But now I understand it. As you get older, you understand things and value things differently than you did when you were a teenager. When you're a teenager, you don't give a shit. I understand. I'm going to show you the church now that the Liberty Bell was hidden in the basement. It's still there. I'm pretty sure it's still there. I think the church was sold, and they, at one point a few years ago, they were wondering what they were going to do with the statue, or the Statue of Liberty, the Liberty Bell. But let me see if there's still a sign out there that it's in the basement. So it's right here on my right side. There's a church. When you pass it, you'll see it. If there's no cars behind me, I want to just stop. It's tucked in between this office building and that big building right there. There's the church. Do you see the church right here? That's where they hid the Liberty Bell. Yeah, Liberty Bell hiding place from September 1777 to September 1778. They hid it in there. It's there. It was in there. Yeah, the Liberty Bell's on the doors. There you go. You can go in there. It's pretty neat. If I could, the downtown's too busy, but I wanted to read the sign there explaining it. So September 1777 to 1778, they stored the Liberty Bell in there. The whole thing was on the sign there, but I couldn't read it fast enough. So there you have it, guys. The next stop is Quakertown, where all the Quakers live. Yes, Quakertown. The Americas Hotel has been reborn. Guy bought it and redid it. It's still here. It's a very tall building here. It was a very beautiful, the Americas Hotel was very beautiful back in its heyday. And that's the building right there. I hope everybody enjoyed the tour. I'm just about finished here now, I guess. Never realized how big Allentown is. It's very big. It's a 17 square miles. All right. Population is over 120,000 right now. Makes it the third largest city in Pennsylvania, and it's the fastest growing city. You know, within another 10 years, we'll probably hit 130, 140 in population. Lehigh County Courthouse to the left. This building is the City Hall. This used to be the Sheraton Hotel, which is now Hamilton Tower apartment building. The Lehigh County Jail is to the left here. If you go left. Along the Riverfront project, Allentown never had a riverfront. It is going to have a riverfront in the next 10 years. They're planning on building 6 or 7 office buildings combined with retail and apartments. And there's going to be restaurants. You're going to be able to walk along the riverfront. And that's one thing Allentown never had because they used the riverfront for industrial purposes. So it was all brown fields now, and they're redoing it. There's one building already built, and I'll go show you. They redid the whole sector. There's a whole new roadway in and everything. So Allentown is really, that's a huge silk mill to my left, which it looks like it's being turned into apartments. I'm not sure. But silk mills were a huge textile. You know, let me not forget to mention textiles were a huge part of the landscape here in Allentown. A lot of factories doing, you know, cotton and silk. Silk was a very big thing here in Allentown. There was numerous cigar factories in Allentown. All right. I was just not Mack trucks. I apologize if I left anybody out that maybe worked in the silk mills or the textile industry. Yes. Food processing right here straight ahead of me. Right there, that building was A&D Meats. Up until 2000, I don't know when they stopped making it, but there was a big meat plant right here. That's part of it right here, the old part. And they brought in all the cows and the pigs. It was a big thing here at one time. This is part of, you know, this is all factories along the river here. The river is to my right. So I'm going to get on Riverview Drive, I think it's called. They put a new road in here. And I'll explain the riverfront project. Over there, that building right there was New Weiler's brewery. They made beer there. All right, and the building's still standing. I think they want to try to save that building too. Factory right here being turned into apartments. That building right here to my left was a furniture factory, aligned the whole side here. So there was a huge furniture factory. Bucky Boyle Park is to my right. I think that's Bucky Boyle. So you can see a lot of factories down here. So you could never see the river from anywhere in Allentown because it was all industrialized. Oh, they're actually ripping down parts of New Weiler Brewery. They're actually doing something now. They're going to build something there, and they're ripping big portions of it down. I did not know that. There you go. As I speak, they're ripping it down. Here to the right, this is the Tillman Street Bridge. And to the right, they're going to build like 6 of these buildings. You're going to see it right here to my right. There's the building. I got to turn somewhere so I can show you. They're going to put a bunch of these buildings in and the riverfront. So let me turn around up here so you can see the buildings. So anybody that left Allentown, this used to be Lehigh Structural Steel. And now they took that down. It was a brownfield for the longest time. And now it's going to be the Allentown riverfront. That's the first building of many to go up here. I don't know, I think 6 of these are going up. So they'll have retail, restaurants. It's going to be a mini Conshohocken. It's going to look just like it. They're probably going to build one over here, maybe another one in front of it, then on the other side of the bridge 2 or 3. So you'll be able to live, work, and play here. Okay, there you have it, guys. It's a beautiful building, and at night it lights up really nice. They just rebuilt this bridge. It took like 4 or 5 years. The bridge is completely redone. It's lit up real nice underneath. It looks very, very nice. But yeah, it's going to be a very nice place to go. I hope I'm still alive to see it. It's going to take at least 10 years to finish it. And hopefully they start another building now that that one's done. It's going to run all throughout here to the right. This used to be a steel factory. This is all new roadways. This was never here before. It's called Riverside Drive. Not Riverside Drive, I'm sorry. It's brand new. They just opened it like a month ago. Don't mark my words, but I think the building to my right was the Polish American Club. And the Italian American Club is on the other side down here further. This was, I'm pretty sure, the Polish American Club. No, they completely imploded the building. It's down. There's nothing being built there as of yet. Alex, that's for Alex on Martin Towers. It's a shame they couldn't repurpose that skyscraper, but too much red tape, too much regulations, and I don't think it was fully sprinklered, man. I don't think a lot of asbestos in it, and for that reason they had to demolish it. That's stupid. I like to see buildings repurposed, but that was very big. I was in it. I was given a tour of it before they ripped it down, and not just it covered a lot of land. There was a lot of buildings next to it that were like 1, 2, 3-story buildings that were just massive. That place was massive. And when you were inside it, you know, before they demolished it, it was really something to see. It's a shame they did away with that. I think it should have been repurposed to a huge, you know, work, live and play type of facility where you could have had offices, you could have lived there. They could have put many stores and restaurants in there. The complex was huge. I was really surprised at how big that place was. Most people just seen the tower, but you know, next to that tower there was a massive buildings that just covered a lot of ground that they could have done so much with. It would have been a very nice community to live in and work in and stuff. But you know, politics played a role in that coming down, because they just, you know, sometimes you got to look the other way and let people repurpose it. If they're going to put millions of dollars to repurpose something, you got to undo some of the red tape. You really do. I mean, if the building would have remained Bethlehem Steel, you would have been able to work there into the future. Who knows, 20, 30, 40 years into the future, with asbestos, with no fucking sprinkler system. But because they closed and you buy the building, now you got to bring it up to code. I think that's wrong, and we got to stop that in America. Because if it would have remained Bethlehem Steel, they would have been able to stay in that building without making any renovations. And that's really wrong. You know, and then the new guy buys it, and then he's hit with all this red tape, and it would cost more to do it than, you know, it would have been cheaper to rip it down and build a new skyscraper. That is wrong, people. Let them repurpose it. Completely wrong. You know, all the red tape you would have had to go through to fix that building up, to reuse it again. But if Bethlehem Steel never left it, they would have still been in there working. That does not make no sense to my brain, actually. It makes no sense. That's your politicians in this country. They ruined America with all the red tape. Now I'm going to show you what ruined downtown Allentown. I'm going to show you what ruined downtown Allentown. So we just left Allentown. We're going to be in what's called Whitehall Township. The 4th largest community in the area. This is considered the golden strip of the Lehigh Valley. They say Lehigh Valley. I don't say that word, but this is the golden strip. This is where all the money's at. This is the largest retail mecca in eastern Pennsylvania, probably. Besides King of Prussia. This is the 2nd largest. I'm sorry, King of Prussia would be the largest. This is the 2nd largest. If you want to do shopping and you want, you know, we have every type of store under the sun in this community right here. But I will show you 2 things. I'm going to show you the malls. The one mall opened in the late 60s, 68, 69. That was starting to hit the downtown Allentown, because every store in the mall was in downtown Allentown on Hamilton Street. And they slowly moved out of there and moved up for an indoor mall. And then a few years later, in 1977, the Lehigh Valley Mall opened, which was the largest mall outside of King of Prussia. And they've recently expanded it, so it's still going strong as a mall. It's not, you know, they're having their problems like every other mall in America, but it's not as bad. It could be worse. It could be completely vacant and turned into warehousing, but it has not done that yet. So I will go in there and drive around and show you. This is There's two malls side by side. I'll show you the Lehigh Valley Mall. They actually ripped the Lehigh Valley Mall down and made it a strip mall instead of an indoor mall a few decades ago. But the Whitehall Mall was like one of the biggest things, you know, to happen in this area. And then shortly after, the Lehigh Valley Mall. See, the Lehigh Valley Mall is, the first mall was called Whitehall Mall. Hence, because it's in Whitehall, you would call it Whitehall Mall. Then they built a bigger mall, but then they, you know, they couldn't call it the Whitehall Mall. They had to call it the Lehigh Valley Mall, which I'm sure if there was no Whitehall Mall, this would have been called the Whitehall Mall. So this is a pretty large mall. It's over 1 million square foot of retail space. I don't know the exact number, but it's over 1 million square feet. Portions of it to the right is brand new. They just opened a Dave & Buster's and a Shake Shack. The Italian restaurant to my right has closed permanently. Bonefish Grill, which is one of the best restaurants. You can, it's very good food. Bonefish Grill. We have Murphy Jewelers, very high-end jewelry store. Apple Store right next to it. All right. The Woodfire Pocono Brewery right here, that's up for sale. The whole chain is for sale. White House Black Market. The kitchen wares store just closed right here. Williams Sonoma just closed. They also own Pottery Barns, which is straight ahead. You got Barnes and Nobles. Then the entrance to the Lehigh Valley Mall. Sephora, Chipotle is next door to the right. So this portion that I just drove through is recently new. Macy's, Boscov's, and JCPenney are the anchor malls. This is what put the nail in the coffin for downtown Allentown. This mall completely destroyed downtown Allentown, and for 30 years downtown Allentown just slowly rotted like a dead carcass on a highway. All right, for 30 years the downtown Allentown just completely rotted to its core and was nothing but vacant buildings all over the place. They ripped down the last department store, Hess's. Once that closed, that was it for downtown Allentown. Just in the past 10 years, it's going through a rebirth and is just growing left and right like you wouldn't believe. So right now it's considered one of the fastest growing cities in the state of Pennsylvania. So this is the Lehigh Valley Mall. And recently, just as of this week, Outback Steakhouse announced plans to build, and they were approved for a restaurant right here. So Outback Steakhouse is going to take that parcel of land to my left and build a steakhouse. It's a two-story mall. Up here is the top level, and when you drive around to the front, you're at the bottom level, so you can get it's you know, it's like having a walkout basement in your home. So up here it looks like a one-story mall, but it's actually 2 stories because when we were down below it was a 2-story mall. Now, entering the Whitehall Mall, built in the late 60s, this was the start of the migration out of the city of Allentown and into this mall. This used to be a walk-in interior mall. And if you were a kid during this time, this was the best place to grow up in. Hands down, literally, this was the best mall. And the Lehigh Valley Mall. If you grew up in the 70s, this was the best place to experience your childhood. But this was, you know, from here in was the interior part of the mall. So this was all buildings right here that we're driving into now. This was part of the, you know, there was a grocery store to the right. There was a bunch of stores here. There was a department store to the right. There was a big movie theater here straight ahead. And there's the entrance to the last part of the mall. They did not rip down. This was all like where I'm driving is where you would walk. And then all this was stores. Woolworths was right here to the right where Bed Bath & Beyond is. That used to be Woolworths. And then there was a whole bunch of small stores to the left, bookstores, clothing stores. You know, there was fountains in the middle of the mall. So right where my car is parked used to be where we used to walk. And then you come straight ahead, and then Sears was right here. So this was the Whitehall Mall. When they did this, They completely destroyed the mall. I think the owners knew they made a big mistake by taking it down. They made a huge mistake. They should have kept it and redid the interior, okay, and modernized it, but they completely ruined it. I mean, the business was never there the way it should be. And there was 3 department stores. There was Kohl's, Sears, and Lay's department store. And Lay's moved out of downtown Allentown. And it was Zollinger's before that, I think, and then it turned to Lay's. It was Lay's, Zollinger's, Hess's downtown. Yeah, and Sears used to be on 7th Street in Allentown. This building. Now this year they're gonna demolish Sears and the auto center, and this is gonna be completely changed. They're gonna put outdoor stores, and the Sears auto centers are gonna become a huge gas station / convenience store, which I'm assuming is gonna be a Wawa right here. And then this is gonna be all storefronts right here to my right. All right, so they're gonna redo the whole thing. This is all gonna get redone. And the project's supposed to commence this year. Spring, I hope. There's any days they should start ripping it down. And then back here, of course, it's Kohl's and another entrance to the mall. There's a pet store. There's only like 3 stores inside that mall right now. They completely ruined this mall. So, and I firmly believe the owners know they made a huge mistake. But now they're gonna, 30 years later, or 20 years later after they destroyed it, they're gonna try to fix it. I think it's new owners too, so. But there it is. And this was the newest addition to the mall. In the 80s, they built this and they put Kohl's there. So this was an extension of the mall. Okay. This was never here, the original mall. We still have AM radio towers. They can't take them down for some reason. Legally, there's a law out there that, they can't take those towers down. And there used to be a radio station back here right next to those towers. And I don't know, there's a law, wherever there was old AM radio stations, the towers remain for some reason. We have them all over Whitehall because there was a lot of radio stations in Whitehall. And they can't take them down for some reason. I don't know what they're being used for. They're like nothing, they're just here. But a law says you can't take them down. I don't know. Can somebody verify that, clarify that for me? Yeah, that's why they're all still standing. And there's more in Whitehall too. But this used to be, all parking lot here before this Kohl's was built in the mall. I'll show you the back end of the original mall. And this was the movie theater. You'll see it up here. And you could drive, this was all parking lot, okay? And this movie theater was one huge screen, and then they divided it to 2. But this dark color building, that's the original mall. That was the Plaza Theater. And then you could drive right up, there was a roundabout over here to the right, and big entrance to the mall. And you used to go in, this was all this used to get packed. Packed. And then next to it, you see this canopy here. That was the entrance to the department store. Now this was all the department store. And look, it's falling apart. They bricked it up. It's no longer, it's a 2-story shopping, it's a 2-story department store. And they totally did away with it. It's no longer, it's nothing. There's nothing, right? And then down here used to be Weiss Market. It was a big grocery store. It used to get so busy. All right, it was the only grocery store for the southern half of Whitehall, right here. This was all, and then this is a new addition right there. That's a new addition. When they ripped down the mall, they put that in. And you can see the paint is peeling off the walls. It's just bad. Nobody cares for it. It's an eyesore. It really, they destroyed a history right here. And it's a shame. So that's it. We're gonna end it right here because this is right where I'm at is the reason why downtown Allentown went to shit in the fucking 80s. The Lehigh Valley Mall was the nail in the coffin for the city of Allentown. Hence why Whitehall and Allentown never got along there for a while, because they blamed Whitehall for Allentown's demise. So there you have it. So you gotta love America, people. That was a complete tour of Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton. I hope you enjoyed it. If I had a Cash App, I was only kidding, I don't. I would accept donations for gas because I use a quarter tank of gas to show you that tour. We did the whole area, very rich in history. This area built America. Trust me what I tell you. And there you have it, guys and girls. I hope you enjoyed, right? Did I do okay? I'm not a tour guide by profession. Jetson, absolutely 100%. This is all going to get ripped down, all right? And now listen to me. They're going to rip down this too. This was an eyesore. When they ripped down the mall, okay, this was part of the mall, this building. And then right here was the entrance. There was an entrance there to go into the mall, right? And then the buildings continued down, and that was all. They ripped everything down, but this was a buffet. And they left it stick out like a sore thumb. That doesn't belong there. They're going to rip that down, and they're going to rip Sears down here. And right next to where Sears is, this portion is going to be in line with the rest of the shopping center now. And it's going to be a big box store, like 55,000 square feet. So I don't know if they're going to bring in Ames. Ames department store is coming back. They closed way back in the day, and somebody bought them, and they're going to, their first stores to open are going to be in Pennsylvania. I don't know if they can put an Ames in a 50,000, but it's already under contract. So there's going to be a big store here, box store. Then over here, the corner, it's going to be set back further. There's going to be a restaurant and a couple little stores here. Then the big box store, right? And then all the way down this side are going to be storefronts. But there's going to be a restaurant here with an outdoor dining area. And right where I'm sitting, right here where I'm sitting, is going to be a coffee shop of some sorts with a drive-through. I'm thinking a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks. Right where I'm sitting is they're going to redo this whole parking lot. But right where I'm sitting is going to be a store. And then over here where the auto center was, which was the largest auto repair shop in the whole area. Back in the day, that thing used to make tons of money. They're going to rip that down and put like a Wawa or a Sheetz type gas station over there. Okay. And maybe a bank of some sorts. There's going to be something going on over there. We'll drive by there again. But that's in store for this year. So they're going to rip all this down and remake it. It's going to look very, very nice. I wish maybe right here on the new buildings, they should have put a couple stories on it, a couple more floors above it, and maybe some type of like apartments, okay, or offices, and get more people in here. Like, why wouldn't you want to live above where you can shop and make it like a downtown? Because there's going to be parking all along here. You're going to be able to pull in right here and park all along here, okay, and then get out and shop. It would have been nice to have offices or apartments above there, like a 4-story building, just a row of apartments. People would have lived there. It would have been nice. You would have had a convenience store over here, restaurant to eat at, you know, places to shop and live. It would have been nice, but they don't think ahead. All right, they're not thinking of the future. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. They're now in Whitehall Township. More crime, yes. Crime everywhere. Wawa sludge coffee. I guess I don't mind. I used to drink their coffee, but I was never a big. I'm a Dunkin' type of guy. All right, but I brew most of my coffee at home now. Every day I make my own coffee at home. I have Dunkin' brand. I got a Mexican blend. Not a Dunkin', but I buy different stuff. You know, somebody got me that for Christmas, and it's a Mexican blend. Of very good. I'm drinking it right now. It's very good. And actually, it always gives me a lot of energy to get through my live streams. I think it's a lot stronger than Dunkin'. But this road used to be a 2-lane highway back in the early 70s, and then they made it into 6 lanes. You know, that was one of the smartest things the planners did. They thought, you know, this is a state highway, it's Route 145, and there's shopping centers all over. There's one to the left, there's 2 more up ahead, there's small strip centers all up and down this road. But back in the day when I was a little boy, this used to be a 2-lane road, and I remember when they expanded it to 6 lanes because they were getting ready for the Lehigh Valley Mall. The road was built before the mall opened. So somebody had some, sights on the future. This is the only thing they did right in the Lehigh Valley. The Lehigh Valley Planning Commission, the only thing they did right was expanded this road and thought about the future. But the rest of the area, they just didn't give a shit. And they built tons of warehouses and kept 2-lane streets everywhere where tractor trailers can't go down. But this is all retail. Millions and millions of square feet. The first store of its kind, even before Walmart, okay? Even before, all of those type of stores. 2 guys from Harrison opened the first type of store right here to my right in this shopping center. There was nothing here. It was a department store like Walmart, but it was called 2 Guys from Harrison, New Jersey. And this was their auto center right here. That was their auto center. And where Dick's is, right straight ahead where Dick's is. See Dick's? There was one big department store there called 2 Guys. And in Pennsylvania, back in the 60s when they opened, Pennsylvania has the blue law. And what the blue law says is you couldn't open on Sundays. Nobody could open on Sundays. And to this day, you still can't sell cars on a Sunday in Pennsylvania. Okay? You can go shop, you can window shop, but you can't buy a car on a Sunday in Pennsylvania. Now listen to me. 2 Guys opens, and they're out here in the middle of a cornfield. There's nothing here, people. There was nothing here. And they opened up their store right here and put an auto center in, and they did one hell of a business. Cheap stuff like Walmart. They opened on Sunday. They didn't care. And guess what? Everybody started opening on Sunday. The blue law said you couldn't make money on a Sunday. And guess what? Because of 2 Guys, they opened on Sunday, they fought it. And that's why everywhere is open on a Sunday now. There you go. Fact. Tell me I'm wrong. Thomas Miller, thank you for that bit of information. Before the Lehigh Valley Mall, there was a minor league baseball stadium on that property. Then they stopped and it turned into a big field. It rotted away, and that's that. And actually, on the highway we came up, there's an underpass there that they put in when they were building the 6-lane highway. They put an underpass there to make an entrance into the mall. So it would be like on-ramps and off-ramps, and coming south, you would have took a ramp under MacArthur Road and into the mall, and you would have exited. But Kentucky Fried Chicken wouldn't sell their property. Those properties right there, like Burger King and KFC, they wouldn't sell their property to put the on-ramps and off-ramps into the mall. Hence why there's a stoplight there. That was going to be like, there would have been no stoplight. It would have been ramps to go in and out of the mall. It would have been beautiful. There would have been no stoplight there and traffic problems. But the properties on that side of the highway wouldn't sell. So recently, the last few years, they filled it all in, and there was no longer a bridge under there. So yeah, but that's also I know where it's at. You can see the bridge part of the thing.